Welcome to Wolfpack TV. I'm your host, Larry Reed. I'm sure I can speak on behalf of the guy behind me. That is Finley McPhee, one of the stars of the Wolfpack men's soccer team, when I say that this is probably the only way that you're going to walk over top of him. McPhee, of course, and his teammates hosting the U Sport Nationals coming here at Hillside Stadium next month. They were on the road this weekend, and we'll get to them in a second. But first of all, we will start with the action here at Hillside Stadium, where the women were taking on a pair of teams from the Prairies. 18 minutes in, Marissa Mendoza has been the hottest weapon offensively lately for the Pack. Here she goes high left side. TRU takes the lead 1-0. Lethbridge counters a few minutes later, 22 minutes in. Long shot from Nikki Furukawa. Robertson can't hold on to it. A gift goal for Kayla Blackiere. Again the shot. It was wet out there, and that could have been a factor in the Pack keeper not being able to hold on, and the teams are tied at 1 at halftime. Second half, 68 minutes. Blackiere putting on a clinic here with the speed, driving at Natalie Verdeel, stops and fires, high center of the net, hits her fourth of the year, and the Pronghorns lead 2-1. Cue the dramatics after a handball charge to Lethbridge in the box in the 88th minute. Penalty shot, and who's going to take it? Well, Mendoza, of course. She makes no mistake, and she goes high right side. Big point for the Wolfpack as they battle UNBC for that final playoff spot. Mendoza, the leader of the Pack, player of the match, both goals in this one.
It's always been one of the things I love to do. I love playing forward. I love playing attacking mid. I know I can hit the ball from range, so it's just coming down again to doing what I know how to do, and been continuing with that.
Sunday, and the Calgary Dinos swing into Hillside. Calgary with the most potent offense in Canada West last year. Lots of new faces this year. However, they still possess firepower. Damian Sawatsky tests Danielle Robertson. Later, the ball is sent in front of the box. A scramble, no handball call, and Robertson makes the save. Dinos 9 shots in that first half. Calgary had Robertson busy all day. This time, the ball hits the corner of the net and stays out. The Pack with a few chances, but not that many in the first half. Cameron Kurtz downfield, a through ball on the right to Sasha Sirianni, out front to Mendoza, over top of the net. Kelsey McDonald was a force in this match, still in the first. She drives down the left side. Robertson comes out, the ball sent towards the empty net, but Georgia Aldis doing some housekeeping to get it out of harm's way. Moving to the second, and the Dinos turn it on. Kayla Kreitzer down the left side, one of 26 shots for Calgary in that half. Then it's Montana Leonard. She's from Richmond. She drives to the right and puts it on goal. As mentioned, Robertson was busy. Off a set piece, she sees this all the way. But she can't stop them all. 64th minute, Leonard on the far side, dishing to Madison Fritz. It's in low corner. Fritz's 7th goal of the year, and the Dinos lead 1-0. Fritz is hungry for more. A few minutes later, she dominates towards the net as she hits the post. 78th minute, and that combo connects again. Montana Leonard takes the shot, a save by Robertson, rebound to McDonald, and the second year from Calgary makes no mistake. It's her third of the year. The score is 2-0. 83rd minute, and this could be the goal of the year in Canada West. The play starts at midfield, down the right side to Madison Fritz, who slides it to the left side. It's Kelsey McDonald, and that is her second of the afternoon. Dinos lead 3-0. 7 minutes later, it's the Fritz-McDonald duo connecting again. McDonald going low left side for the natural hat trick, her 5th goal of the season. Those 3 players weren't even considered Calgary's top forwards at the start of the year. Not now, though. 4-0 is the final. 35-1 the shots on goal for Calgary. 15 of those balls found their way to the net. The loss spoiling the pregame ceremony where Christine Fergan was honored as the Pack's lone graduating player.
Yeah, I think Calgary just wanted it more in the second half, and you saw that they kind of came in a lot harder, and we just weren't there to match the energy, unfortunately, today.
The soccer men were on the coast for a pair of matches after a bye week. Friday night at UBC, where they led 1-0 after the first half on a goal from Mitch Papadinets. However, UBC, who already clinched a playoff spot, scored 3 times in a short period in the second half and went on to victory. Saturday night, and a match for the history books for TRU at the University of Victoria. Ryan Glanville was on fire. He scored the game's first goal in the 54th minute, and that was followed up by a brilliant play off a corner where the Canada West All-Star got the ball and drove towards the box. He was hauled down by 2 Victoria defenders, sets up a penalty kick, which Papadinets converted.
I mean, obviously it's our first win here ever in Victoria. It's always a tough place for us to come and play, but these last couple games have playoff implications. So for us to get the 3 points was huge. Ryan came up big. I mean, he scored the goal. Then he made some great moves on some guys to get that PK for Mitch. And not only that, he was winning balls. His work rate in the second half was just fantastic. So kudos to him on coming up big when we needed him.
The Wolfpack cross-country team participated in their biggest event of the year. It was in Victoria, where the Vikes are hosting the U Sport Nationals during the Remembrance Day weekend. Here is a look at the top men's finishers. TRU again, led by rookie Troy Morgan. He finished 27th ahead of teammates Tony Kiprop and Conlon Spickeroff.
Troy Morgan and Tony Kiprop worked together to move up through the field. Conlon Spickeroff was right with them as well. And Liam McGrath really had a solid race, ran probably the smartest race of everyone, going out a little more conservatively and then working his way up through the field throughout.
On the women's side, again, Kendra Murray was the top finisher, coming in 16th overall. Rachel Lobay was 18th. Farron Brown was next best at 21st.
On the women's side, we had a great performance from Kendra Murray. She's just such a strong runner out there, and she was able to move up through the pack throughout. Her and Rachel Lobay and Farron Brown went out as a group and worked together.
On the court, both volleyball teams were on the road in exhibition play. The men went 3-1 at the Dino Cup in Calgary. They beat Alberta, Winnipeg, and in their last match, the host Dinos. The only team to beat the pack, Saskatchewan. In the 5-set win over the host Dinos, newcomer Tim Daubert had 22 kills and 5 service aces. TRU women were at Trinity Western and UBC for the Best of the West tournament. TRU going winless in their 3 matches, falling in their last one to Mount Royal. In basketball, men's basketball and Scott Clark's crew unbeaten in the preseason. They beat host Trinity Western Spartans on Saturday. The Pack were down by 5 at the half, and the score there was 37-32 at the time. The Wolfpack swim team had their first meet of the year this weekend in Penticton. Most of the swimmers recording personal bests. Nolan Paul of Mission was 2nd overall in the male category. Brina Rusnell of Fort McMurray wound up 6th overall on the women's side.
Extremely pleased with the new swimmers, the rookies that he had come into the team, and just looking for a very positive and great swim season.
Looking ahead, lots of activity. The men's soccer team closes out a 3-match road trip as they begin a home-and-home series with UBCO. It starts Thursday night as the 3rd-place Pack visit the 4th-place Heat. The teams will then play Saturday afternoon at Hillside. Women's soccer ends the regular season at home. It's a winner-take-all match against UBC Saturday at noon at Hillside. Winner pretty well takes that 6th and final playoff spot in the Pacific Division. TRU will end things up Sunday at noon at Mac Isle Field number 2 against McEwen. The curtain goes up for the Wolfpack volleyball teams in regular season play. TRU entertains McEwen Griffins Friday and Saturday on the Warner Rentals Court. Game times Friday, 6 and 7:45, 5 and 6:45 on Saturday. There's also a men's exhibition basketball tournament going on at TCC. The men host the University of Regina Cougars Friday afternoon, and then the University of Great Falls on Saturday afternoon. Wolfpack women are off to Calgary for their final preseason tournament, meeting the University of Regina on Friday and UBC on Saturday. And it's also likely the final weekend of fall exhibition baseball for the Wolfpack team. TRU hosts Okanagan College on Saturday at Norbrook and then visits Kelowna to play them on Sunday. That's Wolfpack TV for this week. Looking for us on any of the social media? Well, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm Larry Reed. We'll chat again in 7 days.